Alright, hey guys, welcome to the Bootcamp Blueprint episode 10, how to improve retention. If it's your first time watching the Bootcamp Blueprint, basically what I do, I go live every week on Monday in our community Facebook group and I give some sort of tip on how to grow your bootcamp or how to improve your bootcamp. Alright, I also repurpose it, so you might not be watching this live in our Facebook group, you might be watching it later on YouTube, you might be watching it on a podcast, you might be watching it as a Facebook group. What I want everyone to do, if you're watching this, just hit like, and if you want, leave a comment below. Okay, a couple reasons. Number one, I like to sort of see who's watching, so if you like it, I know you're watching it. Also, number two, the way social media works, the more likes and comments you get, the more other people are going to see it, and I obviously want as many people to see this as possible, so the more of us that like this video, the more other people are going to see it. Alright, I'll get started in a sec, but just a reminder, if you're watching this live now, just hit like. If you're watching it later, hit like as well. Alright, oh, and I also keep these I want to keep these as interactive as possible, so if you've got any questions throughout this video at all, feel free just to comment below and I'll either get to it live while we're doing the video or I'll get to it later. Alright, now, retention. It's an interesting one. My opinion in retention is if you do the things right, it's freaking easy. Alright, I've narrowed it down to 4 specific things. I'll give you a bit of an overview of the 4 specific things and what they are and why they're important, and then I'll run through things you can do to help out with them. Alright, so retention comes down to 3, maybe 4 things. If you can knock over these 3 or 4 things, your retention is going to go through the roof. Alright, the first thing for retention is how much your clients like you. It might sound a bit silly, but it's the most important. And what I'll do for these examples, we'll compare 2 boot camps. Let's say you've got my boot camp, and let's say you've got another boot camp that's opened up down the road, which is $5 cheaper. Alright, so let's say you've got me and you've got another boot camp down the road which is $5 cheaper and everything else is the same. The trainer's just as good, the facility is just as good, the workouts are just as good, alright? But he's $5 cheaper, but I'm more likable, alright? So my clients have the choice where they're like, alright, hey, I can stay with Jono here or I can pay $5 cheaper and go to that other boot camp, but I don't really like that other trainer, so I might just pay $5 more and stay with Jono here. Alright, does that make sense? Comment below and let me know if that makes sense, where all else can be equal. That trainer can probably even be better than me, he can be cheaper than me, but if I'm more likable and my clients like me more than they like him, they're probably going to stay with me. Okay, so just comment below and let me know if that makes sense. That's the first thing. It's how much your clients like you. Alright, the second thing is then how much your clients like each other. Because what can happen is what happens if you've got that same situation and that other trainer is also just as likable as me, all right, or as the other trainer. Okay, so what I mean by that is, let's say you've got me, I've got good workouts, I'm this certain price, I use these exercise, that trainer's exactly the same, and we're just as likable as each other, but he's $5 cheaper. They're probably going to go to him because everything else is equal, but he's cheaper, all right? However, what happens if I've got a better community or a better group and everyone in my boot camp, they get on really well and they hang out outside of training and they like talking to each other and they like even just coming down to training just to hang out with each other, all right? Whereas the other boot camp doesn't quite have that, all right? You can see how someone may pay $5 more just to hang out with a cool group of people, as opposed to, okay, you might save $5, but you just don't have a supportive, friendly group of people there. Alright? Comment below and let me know if that makes sense, where everything else can be equal. You can even be, or that trainer can even be better than me, a better trainer than me, but if my community is more friendly and more likable and people like coming down to hang out, they may choose me and they may pay a little bit more. Alright? Comment below and let me know if that makes sense. The third thing is how much fun people have as the sessions, all right? Because once again, let's say that other trainer down the road, okay, who's $5 cheaper, is just as good of a trainer as me, is just as likable as me, and has just as good as a community as me. All of a sudden, why would you choose me? He's got everything I've got, all right, but he's $5 cheaper as well, so they'll go there for sure. However, what happens if his sessions are super boring and my sessions are really fun? All right, all of a sudden, they may, let's say for example, they're like, oh yeah, that trainer's all right, his group's all right, his workout's all right, I'm going to go and train there. But then they get super bored after a couple of weeks, they will come straight back to me because the sessions are fun, okay? See how you know, that's where the workout comes into it. And look, fun is obviously relative, right? What I find fun, someone else might find fun. Someone might find like, you know, a super intense, 20-minute CrossFit workout super fun. Whereas somebody else, they might find like, fitness games and that sort of thing fun. All right, so there's no, fun is relative to what you enjoy and what your group enjoys, but you want your participants to be having fun one way or the other. All right, that's the third thing. Now, the fourth thing is debatable. This thing will help with retention, but I don't think it's essential, and that's results. All right, that's like the icing on top. So let's say, for example, if someone's training with me and, they like me, they like the group, they have the fun at the sessions, and they get results, they're not going anywhere else. Okay, but let's say maybe they've got the top three. Okay, they like me, they like the group, they're having fun, but they're not getting results. Maybe they will stay, maybe not. Okay, so that's why results is, I throw it in there because it is important. All right, let's sort of delve into those sort of one by one, but just comment below and let me know if all that sort of makes sense at the moment, where there are four things. All right, if you're running a boot camp and your clients really like you, all right, your clients really like each other, they have fun at the sessions and they get results, they're not going anywhere else. All right, that's the sort of secret to retention. I'm just going to check and see if there's any comments here just before I get into the next part. Let's have a look. Okay, cool, we're all good. All right, so in terms of like getting results, that's pretty much up to you as a trainer. In terms of how much fun your clients have as a session, that's sort of up to you as a trainer as well. So what I really want to talk about is little things to get your clients liking you more and to get your clients liking each other more. All right, let's start with getting your clients to like you more. Now, that's a bit of an interesting one, right? When I first heard that, I'm like, well, how can I get clients to like me more, And I got referred to this book. It's a book, I'll put the link below, but it's basically Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. All right, comment below and let me know if you've read that book. To me, that's like the best book I've ever read. Okay, he just breaks down just really simple strategies on how to become more likable. And I think that is super important because we don't really get taught that in life, right? You don't learn in school or in university or in PT school how to get people to like you, right? It's not something that's taught, but really it's a skill. And if you can just be who you are, but you can just, change a few words here or there or add a few sentences here or there, and it means that people are going to like you a lot more, why not do it? All right, so that's sort of step one, is just, read that book by Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. That will just follow the principles in there and you automatically get people to like you more. All right. Apart from that, let's go specifically to a boot camp setting. Your key is to get off to a good start. All right. I think your retention as a boot camp instructor is pretty much decided by the end of week one. All right. If you can show me what you've done by the end of week one, out of, say, a 12-week challenge, I'll very easily be able to tell you what your retention rate will be. All right? Here are a few tips on what to do in week one or even before week one. All right? Step number one is the sales call. So when you're first getting someone to register, you basically have a goal-setting session with them. Okay, so let's say someone inquires about my bootcamp. I give them a call. I have a chat to them. I don't just run them off, things that my bootcamp offers. What I want to do is chat about them and their goals and what they want to achieve and what they're looking for in a program. Okay. From there, if it's a good fit, I get them registered for bootcamp, and I've also had a goal setting session with them. So I already know their goals and they already like me because I've just spent, 20, 30 minutes just listening to them about their goals and giving them suggestion and giving them support and giving them motivation. So already it's off to a good start, and they sort of like me because of that stuff, because they haven't even registered yet and I've done that. So it's off to a good start. Okay. What's important there is that you do all the right things before they get started. Okay, so once they register, beautiful. Hey, look, boot camp starts next week. I'm going to send you a text on Monday, a week beforehand, just to make sure that you've got everything. You've got all the emails, you know where to go, blah, 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 blah. All right. The day before, you also want to send a text message, which is like, hey, what's happening? We kick off tomorrow this week. Just want to make sure one more time. Do you know where to go? Have you got everything? Are you comfortable? Can I do anything to help you? Blah, 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 blah. All right. Important there. After their very first session, send them a text within a couple hours. Hey, what's up? It was awesome to meet you. Really look forward to working you over the next 12 weeks. How's your body holding up after that session? You feeling okay? All right. Plus 20 points if you can do that. All right. At the end of the week, the end of week 1, send them a text. Hey, what's happening? Look, just wanted to send you one more text. You've gone through a week of training now. Just wanted to see, how'd you enjoy training? How's your body holding up? All right. Once again, plus 10 points there. That's sort of the key there. All right. If you can do that, you're off to a really good start. And I'll tell you right now, chances are that person will sign up again for the next 12 weeks, regardless what happens, if you can nail that week 1. Okay, so you do the goal setting session on the phone with them, okay, just as they're registering. You send them a message before the challenge starts or before the week starts to make sure that they've got everything and they know what to do. You send them a message after their very first session to see how they're feeling and it was nice to meet them. And you also send them a message after the first week to see how they're going. If you can do all of that, you're off to a really, really good start. What's important from there is you then need to maintain that. All right, now it's a little bit different. You can do this in a lot of different ways. It sort of depends how much clients you have, how much time you want to put into it, that sort of thing. The best thing to do is to keep up like a weekly text message. So if you can text every client every week, that support is amazing and they will love you for it. Where that becomes challenging is what happens if you've got like 100 clients. It's sort of hard to keep track of all of them. It's still a good thing. I'd recommend doing it, but it might be hard. All right. Whereas go the other way, say you've got, 20 clients, then hey, you can probably very easily just contact those 20 clients. Couple shortcuts you can use is Facebook. All right. So what I do on Facebook, at the start of the week, I post a session plan. Okay, a photo of it. Hey, here are the sessions: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. All right. The clients then comment what sessions they're going to come to. Hey, this week I'm coming. All right, sorry guys, it just cut out there, but I'll get back into it. So basically the best thing to do is to text everyone every week. If that, if you don't have time for that, you can sort of leverage off Facebook. So what you can really do on Facebook is you make a post on the Sunday, all right, which is like, hey, here are the sessions for the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Comment what you're doing, okay? From there, your participants comment what sessions they're doing, and you can just scroll through that. All right, so say, for example, at the end of Monday's session, whoever said they were coming on Monday, you can go there and, give them a tick. Hey, Jono, you came on Monday.